Today on the Rob Dibble Show, we're gearing up for a Husky Hoop weekend.
Mule inbound diagonal on the left to Beckers. Here's a three. High arcing, no good at short. Weak side rebound. Mule forces one up and in. From the right on the putback.
Great rebounding.
That's Nails.
Newton to the paint. That's Caravan. Made it! Mr. Big Shot! Mr. Big Shot hit a triple! Got that feeling!
Now, sitting in for the Florida-bound Rob Dibble, here's Ben Darnell.
Oh, what a great show we have got in store on a Friday. This is one of those sports days like Christmas Eve. It is like we have got to get to bed early so tomorrow can start as soon as possible. I'm super excited for tomorrow. Number 1 versus number 4, downtown Hartford in the XL Center is UConn versus Marquette. It's a big one in the conference. It's a big one in the country. We have been waiting for this matchup really since the preseason poll of the Big East Media Days came out, as Marquette was projected number 1, but in reality, the Huskies have a 2-game lead on top of Marquette in the standings. However, not only tomorrow, but this matchup will happen again on Marquette's court in a few weeks. So, in saying that, this one's big, because if UConn loses and then loses at Marquette, Marquette would obviously own a tiebreaker if both of them start the Big East tournament with 3 losses to their name. But I'm excited because you've got so much talent in the building. Let's just start with the coaches. We have got a Final Four coach. He's done it with a mid-major. He's gotten into the Big East after a stint at Texas, and he has things rolling. This team is scary, and the big reason they're scary now and they're scary for the future is a man by the name of Shaka Smart. This guy is just as enthusiastic on the sidelines as our coach, Dan Hurley. This guy has his players love and bought in more than any other program except for what we got over there at Stores. I can't say enough about Shaka Smart and his ability to mold young men and to get the most out of them. But I can say the same thing and maybe even some more about our head coach, national champion coach Dan Hurley. And I know his assistants a lot more than I know the assistants on the Marquette staff. Point guards. We have got the 2 best point guards in the country. I'm sorry. I know there's good players all over the place. There's NBA talent that's not in this game. But when you're talking about Kolek and Newton, these 2 guys, been there, done that. They're the smartest 2 in the gym when it comes to the basketball in their hand. But I will give an edge to our guy, Tristan Newton, because he will go get rebounds all day from the point guard position. He will guard 1 through 4 from the point guard position. Okay, let's talk about athletes. We have got an athletic freshman by the name of Stephon Castle. The windmill dunk at DePaul was a drop step windmill dunk. The dude was flat-footed when he went up. He has been showing his athleticism above the rim since we started this season. However, this monster by the name of Cam Jones should not be messed with. He is a true athlete that is going to be all over the place for Marquette. Now, when you're talking supporting cast, I haven't even gotten to Donovan. I haven't even gotten to Caravan. I haven't even gotten to Cam Spencer. I haven't even got to Sampson. Look out. Heads up, Marquette. If you're in town, watch your head when Samson Johnson is on the court, because all that dude does is take alley-oops from the top of the backboard and flush them down on foreheads throughout the conference of the Big East. 3 o'clock. XL Center, downtown Hartford, number 1 versus number 4. Get it all over yourself, Connecticut. I've been trying to tell you, you don't know what the future holds. You don't know if UConn's going to be a Big East team by June. You don't know where these programs are going to go. The one thing you do know now is this team's awesome. That team's awesome, and they're playing on Saturday, and this conference is the best in 2024 in all of college basketball. You may be witnessing really the best team versus the second best team. And we'll find out who's better than who on Saturday. 2:30 pregame on the broadcast, 1 o'clock pregame live. We'll also be putting that on the radio on 97.9 Fox Sports. 1 o'clock at Urban Lodge. Myself, Bob Joyce. I think we just talked to Tim Brando, who's staying downtown Hartford, so we're going to be talking to him on that pregame. John Ashmead's going to be in the house. Kurt says he's going to get crazy on Saturday as well. We all can't sleep tonight. Like, it is going to be a tough night to get some shut-eye because we're all going to be so excited for the big game that's happening in downtown Hartford tomorrow.
I want a list of things that you should be yelling at Shaka Smart. We'll take your phone calls on these ideas.
Yeah, 860-522-3776. No Rob, no prob on the day today. We got Kurt on the ones and twos. You got me running the show. John Ashmead's running some video as well. We're putting some stuff on YouTube, and we got a bunch of UConn guests. We always get a visit on Fridays from Adam Giardino. He will pop in as well. He's super excited about this game. He's an alum also working for the UConn Sports Network. So whether or not he is going to be on the broadcast, which he's not, he is going to be super psyched. And he's probably like me, dapped up in some UConn gear head to toe. Can't wait to talk to Adam Giardino because we got more than just that game to talk about as far as UConn goes. And then the guy actually on the broadcast, Mike Crispino, play-by-play for the UConn Huskies, he just sent me a text. He's like, man, I'm going to be in town. You want to pop in and talk about this matchup? Hell yeah! 4:25, that guy's going to be on the show today as well. Plus, not to mention, we got a little bit of a to-do over there at Gamble tonight. The UConn women's basketball team are celebrating their seniors. Aubrey Griffin, Paige Beckers, Nika Mule, Aaliyah Edwards going out in style with the Where is the Competition Tour? Is it Georgetown? Is that who it is?
Yeah.
I don't think it matters. It's going to be a 20-point-plus victory tonight for UConn women. Let's put that out there right now.
Keep your foot on the gas.
Keep your foot on the gas. Hopefully we can, get some kind of competition. Hopefully, I'm hoping Georgetown. I hope you can bring it. I hope you can hit the rim. Xavier, I was going to give him a point for a rim. Like, if you hit the rim, you get a point. I was going to let Xavier have 6 players. If Georgetown wants to put 6 on the court tonight, go ahead. I'm cool with it. But this team needs to be pushed a little bit before they get into NCAA mode because I'm going to keep on saying it. It's the Where is the Competition Tour for UConn women's basketball when they're playing in the Big East. Bob Joyce will be on that call. Debbie Fisk as well. Senior night, as we explained yesterday. The senior stuff, which is, when I just said those 4 ladies' names, like that's marquee right there. Stay to the end because all the senior stuff will happen after the game. That stuff usually happens before the game. Doing a little different at Gamble tonight. There was a big women's basketball story in the country yesterday and today. Caitlin Clark breaks Kelsey Plum's record for all-time scoring in Division I women's basketball. She did it on a 3. She scored the first 8 points of the game for her team, and that put her over the top. You got the highlight?
Here comes Clark. How will she go for history? There it is! The all-time leading scorer in women's college basketball.
Congratulations to Caitlin Clark.
Courtesy NBC.
Thank you, Kurt. She is a lights-out shooter. She is fun to watch, but I have big problems today with what we're all talking about. I am going to be that guy, Kurt. I am going to be the Caitlin Clark hater in the country today.
You're so
I'm sorry.
Female
I'm
sports.
sorry. When I saw that, yes.
You are.
Yes. I'm
unabashed.
And pro women's basketball more than anything as well. And I am the one trying to tell everybody this year for NCAA women's basketball in the next couple of years, when the money is outweighing the WNBA, when the college NIL money is outweighing the WNBA salary money, you are going to get nothing but the best talent to stick around to progress as 8th graders to high schoolers to what Caitlin Clark is now. You're going to see better women's basketball players in and out because of the examples that these young ladies are looking with Paige, with Caitlin, with Angel, with all these stars, like literal stars, way more so than what the WNBA has as far as a platform or really just you're not going to get what you got in Iowa last night and in WNBA arena. It's going to be very tough to duplicate that. If I was to take that shot, if she was to take that shot in the WNBA, like, I don't know a team that wouldn't be upset with that shot. Like the highlight that you played.
It went in.
It did go in. I know. And she's a great shooter. I got you. I can't believe you take those shots. When I saw that shot, just when she shot the shot, first of all, I'm sick of this quasi journalism here. A streaker is completely naked. All right, let's put that out there. We tried to tell everybody during the Super Bowl those were not streakers; those were guys with shirts off. Let's be factual. Logo 3 means you're standing on a logo. She's not standing on a logo. It was like, oh, she did it in logo 3 fashion. That's how she gets all her points. She wasn't on a logo. It wasn't a logo 3, right? Like it was deep as a logo 3, but I'm pretty sure you got to be standing on a logo for it to be a logo 3. So whatever. That's just minor. That's minor stuff I'm mad about. I'm more mad about.
Well, they don't call traveling, and you walked 4 steps, you know. So
she didn't travel.
No, I'm saying people in the basketball vernacular, you know, they never call it traveling, but it's 4 steps.
It's like being
traveling.
close to second base, turning 2, but you didn't really touch second base. That's what it feels like to me. But the thing
But it's inaccurate.
When I see these shots, and when that one went up, I immediately think, like, who in the hell do you think you are? Like, who do you think you are? If I can't think of a team that I've ever played on in the game of basketball where that shot is acceptable. Like, that is, get out of here. You're going to sit on the bench.
It's not Steph Curry-esque?
No, it's not Steph Curry-esque. This is transition basketball where she's at. She has a player on her team to the right that is running to the block to possibly get a rebound because they all know she's going to just throw this up. She has someone on her. She is in transition. And it's not like a pull-up. She's leaning in as if it's like a buzzer beater 3. Now, again, she makes it. And she does this all the time. She's the best shooter in the country, for sure. Best shooter in the country in the college women's game, hands down. But her shot selection is the most selfish basketball I've ever seen. I'm going to be a hater today on this. And I understand that she is bringing thousands of little girls to the party that have never been there before. But she's teaching the wrong lessons to these little girls on how to play basketball. This is not how you play basketball. That is a selfish way to play. I would be benched. I may have been kicked off the team. Like, if I took that shot in warm-ups, it's like, you're not playing today, dude. Why would you think, who do you think you are? We're doing warm-ups here. Take shots that you're going to take in the game. Oh, I am going to take that in the game. Like hell you are. If you take that shot in the game, you will never play. Like, that's the way I was explained to when you take shots like she took shots. Now, in her defense again, and I know I'm talking with 2 sides of my mouth. I'm arguing with myself here. I got a debate in my head about it. There is no other team that she would play for that would allow that. If she played on UConn, if she played on South Carolina, if she played on Stanford, she would have so much more talent around her that even if she is making that shot, like, who do you think you are?
But given the roster that they have in Iowa.
And if you watch the Final Four, she beat South Carolina single-handedly with shots like that because they're not going to get anything inside, and they're going to try to smother her as much as possible. So the best openings are as soon as you cross half court. Now, you're playing Michigan, and I guess you could argue, well, I'm getting ready for South Carolina. But again, that shot and many shots that she takes is selfish basketball. And yes, Steph Curry has changed the game. Kids are shooting 3-pointers a lot better than what they were before Steph Curry went to the scene. And I understand that he has changed their work ethic and habits to be better shooters with what he has put out there as an example. But I have gone to so many little kids' games where I see kids thinking that they're Steph Curry shooting half-court shots